So today we're gonna talk about various paranormal experiences I have had. I think that I'm gonna start with my most traumatic one. I'm just gonna talk over those people, and if you hear them in the back, I don't care. Actually, I do care, and it's really annoying, but you can. Okay, so here's my worst. It was very late night / early morning. It was like 3 in the morning. Okay. And this was at a really old house. And this is like one of my first paranormal experiences. And we had a bunk bed, at that time, and I'm like so afraid of bunk beds now. It's not even funny. And of course I had the top bunk, because I was like, yeah, top bunks are where it's at, mate. And so I was laying there one night, and my sister, she like goes to her dad's and her mom's. I don't know what her dad's house technically. So she was at her mom's that night, so she was not there in the room, if you know what I mean. So I was in the top bunk, and she was gone, right? And I was reading, I remember, it was the 3rd Percy Jackson book, and I was like, I'm getting tired, and I don't want to read anymore, I'll finish this in the morning. And the book was pretty much done anyways. I just had like this much left, several pages. Oh, I'm sorry about your luck. Anyway, about several pages left. And so okay. And so now I'm totally losing my train of thought. I hate these people. It looks so pretty. I probably have like blind prints on my face right now. It's fine. Okay, so after I was done like reading, I decided, I'm tired, I'm gonna put this up. I put the bookmark in, closed the book very gently, and then I freaking swear to God that this like voice coming from it emanated from like this bottom bunk. So I was like, put my book up. I put it like on the windowsill, because we had like a really, like, I could reach the windowsill, and so I just like set it on my book on there, and then this voice was like, and it sounded like total Parcel Tongue, and I was like, what? And I felt totally stoned, because it was totally weird and totally creepy, and I like near like pissed myself. So I take my book and I open it up again, and it stops. I was like, okay, this is like way too weird. So I read the rest of the book. I even read the back cover, and then I put it up again, and I heard no other noises, and I went right back to sleep. And it was really creepy, and I was like totally over it. And I just like, I even remember like crying, like I shook really bad, and I was like crying. So yeah. Okay, my second most like memorable paranormal story would be, it was the 4th of July, and I was actually filming a video, and it was a few years ago, and it was like a makeup tutorial. It was really stupid and poorly executed. However, I don't know why, but that night I had like decided to like review the footage like in the bathroom, like right after I filmed it. Like just this one night I was like, I'm gonna review the footage like right now. And so I did. And I was like, reviewing the footage, blah blah blah. I was like, did I just see that? And it was like a little like glowing like orb. And these are called spirit orbs, as I have like come to learn. And it was like right over my face. Not a bug, and it like, over my face. And throughout the video there were like many more. It was insane. It was like a Firefly show or something. And it was just totally like weird and very very strange. And this was ironically after my dog had passed away. So I mean, it was freaky. And this is in a new house from the old story, just in case you got confused. Also, another short paranormal story, which isn't really paranormal. It was just more like, you know, vibes, because I get like vibes and juju. Okay, never mind. Speaking of vibes and juju, I have two more really prominent stories that I want to tell you. The first one, I was at Alcatraz in 8th grade, and we were touring Alcatraz, and we walked past a certain cell, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Like, all the information just like out of my brain. So we walked past a certain cell, and I just like I feel totally heavy. I feel like I'm made out of lead, and I just feel so weighted down, and it was terrifying. And I was like, something does not feel right. And I mean, I like look into the cell, and all I can see is like black, like a black like mass. And I was like, I'm outie, bye. And so I like left. We toured the rest, and I got some heavy feelings, but not as bad as that. And I was like totally creeped out by that. Oh my god, I'm getting chills. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see it because my autofocus is very temperamental. Oh my god. Just talking about this makes me like cry. Excuse me. Last but not least, this is a very like, oops, I keep kicking that, I'm sorry. This is like a not as credible story as my other ones, if they're even credible at all, because there is a logical explanation for this, but then again, it's not logical for me, personally, at all. So here's the thing. I was sitting on my couch, and this is in this house now. This is a different house than all the other ones, clearly, because I don't live in Alcatraz, I mean, so, yeah. I was sitting in the living room on the couch, and we were watching, here's where the uncredible part comes in. We were watching Ghost Adventures, and many people would say, oh, you were just paranoid. But here's the thing, when I watch like Ghost Adventures and stuff, I usually am not like, for lack of better words, like tipsy. Like, I'm usually not tipsy, and that makes me sound like I'm like drunk all the time. When I watch Ghost Adventures, I'm usually not like, I don't like freak out or anything. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is just an interesting program on an interesting television in an interesting house, and it's so interesting. And it usually doesn't faze me, but, so I was like sitting there, and literally nothing was going on in the show. I was just watching it, and all of a sudden, I like felt like I was being watched, and it was terrifying. And like, I just like, all of a sudden like, just like, I went like totally like, and I like held my breath, and I like slid down the couch to where like the whole back like kind of like covered me up from behind. So like I'm sitting, okay, let's say I'm sitting here, right, and this is like the back of the couch. I like slid to where I was like, you know, sort of hidden, and I felt that for a while afterwards, and it was really creepy. And so I just like left the living room and came in here and did my thing. But it was pretty like strange. Other than that, though, I have not had any other paranormal experiences in this house personally, but I had a lot back at the first house with the Slytherin in my bed. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like my discussion videos, or if you want more, please comment. If you want more tutorials, please comment. You know, tell me what you guys want. Remember to like this video, remember to subscribe, and remember to go follow me on all my other social media, Twitter, Pinterest, DeviantArt, and like my page on Facebook. And I will catch up with you guys on the flip side. Deuces.